All right, so for this question, I'm going to apply the single unchanged concept. For single unchanged concept, it is when you have one item or person changes and then the other item or person unchanged. In this question, we can find out that it is only one item who changes or one person who changes because they say after some adults left the mall. So the adults left, but the children did not leave. So we know that out of the adults and the children, only adult changes. The children did not change. So if the children did not change, the unchanged here means the before and after will be the same. Okay, so this is all the information that I need to pick out from. And I need to identify the B, the C, and the A. Let's look at the question and see whether we can identify all this information. There were 720 people in the mall at first. This is my total before. So I do have my before. Okay. 35% of the people were adults. So we know that this is referring to the adults. I can find my children, yeah? Because if I have my adults, I can find my children, okay? After some adults left, so I do not know how many left, but I know they left, okay? So the change is quite unknown, but I know that is the adults, but I don't know how many adults left. 75% of the people remaining in the mall were children. And then they gave us the remainder, the leftover. Okay, so this sentence here is my after. So I do have my after there. But as usual, if I'm applying the units concept, the BCA is the units concept, right? Single unchanged concept belongs to the unit concept. I cannot be putting in percentages into the boxes, right? What do I need to do with these percentages? I need to change them into fractions to get the units. So I have this 35%. 35% is equals to 35 over 100. 35 over 100 is equals to 7 over 20. Now, this is my units and this is my units. Okay. Now, 75% is 75 over 100, which is actually, if you reduce it or simplify, you're going to get 3 over 4. Units, units. Now, I want to know what these units are for. Okay, let's start with the 35%. 35% of the people were adults. So I know that my 7 units here is my adults. Correct? So my 20 units here is my total. And what do I know by my total means adults plus children. So if the adults is 7 and my total adults and children is 20, my children units will be 20 unit minus 7 units equals to 13 units, right? Now we settled that side already. And all this information here, this information for my adults is my before information. This is my before information also. We have the before information already. Now let's look at the 75%. 75% of the people remaining in the mall were children. So which means the remainder that left, this one here, the 3 unit is my children. Okay? And what about these 4 units? This 4 unit is my total. Total means again adults plus children. So if I have my total adults and children, which is 4 unit, and my children is 3 units, so my adults is 4 unit minus 3 units equals to 1 unit. And what is all this stuff? This is actually my after information. This is my after information. So I have my before and I have my after, right? Like what we have just now. I have all this information already. Okay. Now what do? As usual, I draw out my box. I draw out my box. Okay. I cut it up into two columns. I will have one as adults, one as children. And then B, C, and A. Okay, now we've drawn the lines and we're gonna fill up. Okay, now let's look at before adults. So my before adults will be my 7 units there, right down. Then before children. Before children is my 13 units there. So I write down. Okay, then I know that my adults left. My adults left, right? So minus something. Okay, so I do not know, so I leave it as it is first. Then what happened is I know my after adults is 1 unit. After children is 3 units. Now since it is the single unchanged concept, I need to identify who changes and who did not change. The adult changes, the children unchanged. So if the children is unchanged, the children number actually have to be the same. But if you look at 13 and 3, they are not the same, right? They're supposed to be the same, but they're not the same. So what do? We make it the same, all right? So I take 13 times 3 and 3 times 13. Whatever I do to the box in the row, if I times 3, here must also times 3. Whatever I do in the box in the row, the other box will do the same. Here times 13, here also times 13. This will be 21 units. This will be 39 units. All right. And this one is also 39 units. And this is 13 units. Okay, then we check lah. We check. Now, the before children is 39, which is equal to the after children that is also 39. So, yes, confirm. These children is unchanged. Okay. Now, what do is, you know that we were given the total. Okay, we are given a total of 720 people. Can you see that? I want to find how many units represent that 720. So 21 units and 39 units, you plus together equals to 720. Okay, 21 unit plus 39 units equals to 60 units. 60 unit represents 720. So 1 unit is 720 divided by 60 and I get 12. Okay, I do not stop there because I want to find how many adults left the mall. So if you look at the adults, at first there's 21 units. In the end, it becomes 13 units. So to find the number of adults who left, what do? I minus, okay? So I take 21 unit minus 13 unit and I'm actually supposed to find 8 units. So 8 units is 12 times 8 equals to 96. And this is my answer.